Listen, however they rate me, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm gonna win the fight. As simple as that. Cause I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
See, when you're in top shape, you can give a straight 400, 500 straight punches and only got a trip.
I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you say about me. You're not in the position that I'm in to even be on the same level of me.
To pick utterly hypothetical fights that are never going to take place except somewhere in your mind.
Of the money issue, that was their cash cow, and
Hey, but hell, you could have been their cash cow.
Listen, they don't think like that.
Floyd Mayweather's an all-time great. Terence Crawford, I think, will turn out to be an all-time great.
Yeah, every time it's a fighter from the past, from the present, or a fighter that's going to be in the future, they're going to keep comparing them to Floyd Mayweather.
To pass the torch. Nobody passed the torch to Terence Crawford.
He took it.
Right.
Terence Crawford, now at the very peak of his powers, has put an end to all speculation. On live television, he delivered a chillingly clear message, leaving no room for doubt about his intentions.
How do you beat Floyd, though? Who's beat me?
You think I would tell you?
He ain't fighting anymore.
I'm not worried about all that, my man. Floyd is undefeated. Nobody can beat me. You already know that, man.
Is Floyd better than you?
You
were there. I'm talking to. Is Floyd better than you? Some fighters say, even like Gervonta Davis.
You knew I was going to pull him.
Okay, that's a no. That's a no. Floyd's not better than you.
This is no ordinary challenge, it's a declaration. With a legacy built on dismantling world champions, Crawford is signaling that he's prepared for a true, career-defining showdown, not one of Mayweather's showcase exhibitions. In Crawford's eyes, the argument is already settled.
Who do you think wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me.
No questions?
Oh, why would you think that I would say Floyd? That's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, nah. They pay you a lot of money probably for taking a risk, and some older fighters want to test themselves and see if they still got it. And it's a business. Everybody know what we doing it for. Right. We like pit bulls. You see a pit bull, they got their ring, they got their judge, and they got the crowd around them to send them out there to kill each other. That's the same way with us.
For Crawford, this is no longer just about competition, it's about respect at the highest level. He's prepared to seize the crown, even if it means ripping it away by force.
When you look at my career, I paved my own way. I didn't piggyback off of any fighter. I fought my way up to the top. When you look at, any fighter, from Floyd Mayweather to any of them, when Floyd fought De La Hoya, that was a whole big thing. Floyd was the B-side, and he beat De La Hoya, and then he started rising to the top.
Terence Crawford's recent domination of Canelo Alvarez was more than just another victory. He entered as the challenger but left the ring as the undisputed master, proving his command over yet another weight class. The bout became a display of pure boxing brilliance, a ruthless, methodical performance that stunned the entire world into silence.
Yeah, we're working. On a holiday where I blow a lot. Getting in. Let's get it. One of the greats do what we got to do.
Did you watch the Terence Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight?
Yeah, I did.
Woo, talk about slick.
Oh my goodness. Who's ever done that? Who's ever jumped up 2 weight classes like that? It's crazy.
Scary.
He's so clever. And it got to the point where he got so comfortable. He's like pit-patting them and then like, what? You're watching. Like, this is amazing.
Like, that's history, obviously. You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to fight at that weight for the first time ever.
Against one of the greatest
greatest of all time. And do what you did. You're beyond an outlier. You're an anomaly.
But the night's most shocking moment didn't come inside the ropes. It came afterward, when a battered Canelo sat before the press. The room froze in silence as he uttered a single line, one that crossed the unthinkable boundary. He had dared to question the untouchable.
Because I think Floyd at his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter, but in those kind of matchups, I think defense usually beats the offense.
At one particular time, I did talk about, I did say Terence Crawford.
Okay.
Now, but what are we rating these fighters on? What are we rating these fighters on?
Floyd Mayweather's eyeball test.
That works.
You're eyeballing these guys. You watch Terence Crawford. You know why he has his problem getting the other welterweights in the ring with him.
Almost instantly, the debate ignited. Fans, analysts, and fighters flooded social media, turning it into a war zone of opinions. The question echoed everywhere: does Crawford's relentless, switch-hitting brilliance truly surpass Mayweather's defensive mastery?
Floyd Mayweather never disabused himself of the understanding that he was more of a backup counterpuncher than a go-forward counterpuncher, regardless of what he did to Diego Corrales. And that's a different kind of approach and effect than what Crawford achieved the other night. So that
bold declaration was bound to reach the man whose very name is tied to perfection. Yet when Mayweather finally responded, his tone was almost unsettling in its calmness.
Let's put on the show. One thing about me, I've heard it all. When I say heard it all, I mean, been around the world, competed against the best. When you talk about the Olympics, I competed against the best. Whether it was the world champion in the Olympics, whether it was the Cubans, I competed against the best. No matter Mexico, the pedigree of the Mexico boxing is truly unbelievable, but I competed against the best. My Uncle Roger Mayweather, you talk about Julio Cesar Chavez, he's an unbelievable fighter. My Uncle Roger fought him twice. He came up short, but he fought him twice. And it's always about competing and going up against the best. So Saturday, it is what it is. I'm Floyd Mayweather. I've already faced it.
When asked about the Crawford-Canelo clash, Floyd Mayweather brushed it off with a cool detachment. It's good for boxing. It was exciting. The best man won. Pressed on whether Canelo, at 35, was past his prime, Floyd shrugged it off with, "Oh, I don't know." Boxing puts a lot of wear and tear on the body. It was classic Mayweather, steering the conversation, staying untouchable, and keeping himself above the noise.
I say that Bud is extremely skilled, right? Yet not as skilled as Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather made people look foolish, right? And so if I had to say who's the greatest I've seen, and Bud said it right, the best of an era and the best of an era, it's Floyd. But when I watched Bud against Canelo, there was this extreme skill on display, and there was a level of crazy that's different. There was a level of, and Floyd's extremely tough. Go back to Shane Mosley and the 2 punches he landed early in the fight and the way that he embarrassed him. I'm not saying that Floyd's not tough. Floyd's not a bad man, but there was domination inside that ring we saw this weekend.
He added that Terence Crawford has proven his own greatness by convincingly beating top fighters like Errol Spence and Canelo, highlighting both his courage and elite-level skills.
No fear in him in the way that he's attacked, gaining notoriety. Bud's been the baddest man for 12 years, but no one gave him credit because he didn't go tell you he was the baddest man. He didn't market that. He just went out and fought and beat people and knocked people out. So he had to move up and take the bigger fights and the better fights, and he was Errol Spence, we realized just how great he was. Canelo cemented him on what is the two-headed monster that marks the greatest of the 2000s. Floyd Mayweather is on that, and Bud Crawford is right next to him. I don't think we have to pick on who's better. I think they both dominated.
Even in retirement since 2017, Mayweather lingers over the sport like a shadow, never truly gone, yet never fully present.
Who do you think are the top 5 boxers?
Of all time. There's no disrespect to Floyd. I love Floyd.
No, I feel like...
But how am I going to put down a person as the greatest person in the world that I competed against and felt that the world felt that if anything, it could have been a loss. I mean, he knew going toe-to-toe with me early was career suicide. He like, I'm not going toe-to-toe with this. Floyd, no, Floyd's not on my list.
Okay, so had you not fought Floyd...
I'm pretty sure I'm not on his list either. I'm pretty sure. Right, but I'm just saying, like, as I'm a kid from boxing, I came in the same era with Floyd, so he wouldn't be my idol. The people that I name are legends. These are people that I idolize, that paved the way for myself. Mike Tyson's career was phenomenal. Pernell Whitaker's career was phenomenal. Marvin Hagler's career was phenomenal. Sugar Ray Robinson's career is, come on, man. Like, Floyd is great. He's just not one of my top 5.
His name refuses to fade from the spotlight. Whether it's a blockbuster exhibition with a legend like Mike Tyson, a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, or a single public appearance that sets the rumor mill ablaze, Mayweather knows how to command attention. He may be retired, but he's still the ghost casting the longest shadow across the boxing world.
But it's so crazy, like, what goes on in today's time. And I want you to just notice this. You got Muhammad Ali. You know who they compare him to? Floyd Mayweather. You got Sugar Ray Leonard. You got, every time it's a fighter from the past, from the present, or a fighter that's going to be in the future, they're going to keep comparing them to Floyd Mayweather. People have to answer this question. If they keep comparing all these fighters from back in the day all the way to now, if they keep comparing these fighters to me, that has to say something about me. I don't have to come on record and say I'm TBE. I don't have to come on record and say I did this, I did that. When it was my time, I did what I had to do. It's going to be fighters that's going to continue to fight. It's going to be fighters that they're going to continue to compare to me.
Yet beneath that calm facade, the non-stop comparisons to Crawford were clearly cutting deeper. And away from the cameras, a far more volatile storm was already brewing.